Have you ever witnessed a moment so cruel, so unnecessary, that it steals your breath for a second, but right when darkness hits, unexpected heroes appear? This story isn't about superheroes in capes. It's about real people, tough on the outside, yet carrying hearts of gold, who stood up when no one else dared. Because sometimes, kindness doesn't show up wearing a smile. Sometimes, it shows up wearing leather jackets, riding roaring motorcycles. Before we begin, if you love emotional and inspiring real-life stories, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. You're watching Your Channel Name, where we believe kindness can change the world one story at a time. The dinner rush had just begun at Rosie's Diner, a small-town highway stop in Tennessee. The neon sign flickered, the smell of grilled onions filled the air, and inside, country music hummed softly under the chatter of hungry customers. Among the staff was Emily, a 24-year-old waitress with warm hazel eyes and a tired smile that she never let fade, no matter how rough her day was. She worked double shifts, saved tip by tip, dreaming of finishing nursing school one day. She treated every customer with patience, whether cheerful or rude, because she believed, in her heart, that kindness always mattered. But one night, kindness was tested. 3 men walked in loud, half-drunk, and ready to cause trouble. Regulars recognized them instantly, locals avoided them, police knew them, and most stores had banned them. Their leader, Chad, was infamous for his cruel humor and for picking on anyone who seemed weaker. Emily approached their booth with her usual smile. "Hey folks, welcome to Rosie's. What can I get started for you tonight?" Chad smirked, eyes scanning her in a way that made her skin crawl. "Well, sweetheart, why don't you sit right here next to me and we'll think about it together?" Emily kept her smile gentle, but firm. "I'm happy to take your order, but I do need to stay on my feet tonight." His friends snickered. From the corner of the diner, people noticed, but no one spoke up. They never did. That's what made Chad bold. He counted on silence. Emily wrote down their order and walked away, releasing a shaky breath only when she reached the kitchen. She had dealt with disrespect before, but tonight felt different. There was a coldness in the air, like a storm was about to break. Meanwhile, outside, a rumble of engines rolled into the parking lot. 6 motorcycles lined up, chrome glinting under the streetlights. The Steel Titans Motorcycle Club, a name that carried a reputation. Outsiders whispered about them, some with fear, some with respect. Leather vests, patches of honor, faces that looked carved from stone. Yet anyone who truly knew them, knew what they stood for: loyalty, respect, and defending the innocent. They entered the diner in 2 groups, filling the booths quietly, not the loud, rowdy image people imagined. Their president, Ryder, a broad-shouldered man in his 40s with a graying beard, nodded respectfully to the staff. "Evenin'. 6 coffees, please. And a slice of that apple pie if you've got any left." Emily smiled, genuinely this time. "For you guys, always." The Titans had been through Rosie's before. They tipped well, said please and thank you, and never caused trouble. They were the kind of men who believed in old-school honor. Back at Chad's table, trouble brewed. Emily returned with the meals. As she placed the plates down, Chad reached out, grabbing her wrist. "You know, if you just smiled for me like that earlier, maybe I'd tip better." Emily pulled her hand back, startled but trying to stay composed. "I'd appreciate it if you didn't touch me." Chad leaned forward, sneering. "And what if I don't feel like listening? Who's gonna make me?" A hush fell over the nearby tables. Emily backed away, but he stood up, grabbing the front of her uniform. With one sudden jerk, RIP, the seam tore. Gasps echoed. Emily froze, pain and humiliation rushing through her like fire. Tears welled in her eyes, but she stood still, clutching the torn fabric. Chad spread his arms mockingly. "Let's see who can save you now." The diner went silent. But then, a chair scraped. Ryder stood. He didn't rush. He didn't shout. He simply walked toward Chad the way a storm approaches, steady, unstoppable. "You just made a big mistake," Ryder said quietly. Chad laughed. "Oh yeah? And who are you supposed to be?" Ryder looked at Emily, then back at Chad. The man who's going to give you one chance to fix what you just did. The Titans rose behind him like a wall. Their presence alone shifted the energy in the room. Customers watched with wide eyes, not out of fear of the Titans, but fear of what Chad had unleashed. Chad scoffed. "I don't need to fix anything. She shouldn't dress like." He didn't finish. Because Bear, a Titan nearly twice Chad's size, placed a firm hand on his shoulder, pushing him back into his seat with ease. "That's enough." Chad's friends shrank, their bravado evaporating. Ryder turned to Emily, his voice soft and respectful. "You okay, sweetheart?" Emily nodded through trembling breaths. Ryder removed his leather vest. In their world, that vest wasn't just clothing, it was identity. It was honor. Without hesitation, he draped it over Emily's shoulders to cover her torn shirt. In that moment, she wasn't humiliated anymore. She was protected. Ryder looked at the diner owner. "Sam, call the police." Chad sprang up. No cops. We're leaving." Ryder blocked him. "You laid your hands on a woman. You don't walk away from that." The police arrived within minutes. Statements were taken. Chad and his crew were escorted out in handcuffs. And for the first time in the diner's history, people clapped. But the story didn't end there. Emily sat at a booth, still wrapped in Ryder's vest. She whispered, "Thank you. I didn't know anyone would step in." Ryder sat across from her. "People forget this world still has good men. But we're out here. And you don't ever let someone make you feel small." Bear approached with a small paper bag. "Got you a new shirt from our merch trailer. It's not a Waitress uniform, but it's clean and whole." Emily wiped a tear and smiled. "Thank you." "Really?" The Titans finished their coffee, paid their bill, leaving a $500 tip for new uniforms, and headed out the door. As they mounted their bikes, Emily ran outside. "You left your vest." Ryder shook his head. "You keep it. A reminder you're not alone out here." That vest became her courage. And after that night, something changed in Rosie's diner. Customers stood up for staff. Locals began treating the Titans with respect, not fear. And Emily, she finally believed her kindness was worth protecting too. Months later, she achieved her dream and started nursing school. On her first day, she looked at the vest hanging in her room and whispered the same words Ryder told her. "Don't ever let someone make you feel small. Kindness isn't always soft. Sometimes it's strong, loud, and unafraid. Sometimes, kindness rides in on two wheels and reminds the world that good still exists, and it always shows up when it's needed most." If this story touched your heart, share it forward. You never know who might need a reminder that heroes are real and kindness is powerful. Thank you for watching, your channel name. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with the word kindness if you believe the world needs more of it. Until next time, be the reason someone still believes in good people.